Well, I don't understand why all of a sudden it got Misty here. I really hope Devil Rouge isn't trying to pull any fast ones on me. I'll go after her. What? Someone's over there.
So this is where you've been hiding.
Wait, what? What the hell are you
You are a tough one to find.
Wait, who the hell are you? Wait, your voice sounds familiar. Wait a minute.
You don't remember me?
Oh, I remember that voice. Aren't you Raziel's quote-unquote advisor?
Indeed I am. In case you forgot, the name is Mitsuhide. The one you slapped across the face.
Yeah. Well, that slap was warranted, especially if you had something hiding in your hand under your coat when you were trying to quote-unquote apologize. Of course you're going to get a slap in the face when I know you're going to do a preemptive attack.
Trust me something, my dear. If I wanted to kill you, you'd already be dead before you even got to the shrine. Although I do have to commend you for what you did for the king. It appears the bond you two share is true and strong.
Well, I'll accept that. But at any rate, why are you following me around?
Because I've been wanting to... Well, I was trying to find you at your headquarters. Unfortunately, I had a little encounter with the one called Shadina. She didn't tell me what I wanted. So I got out. Eventually, I've picked up your signal, and I decided to follow you here. And don't worry about the mist here. It's harmless. However, no one you'll be able to communicate with anyone on the outside. It's just you and me here.
Very well then. But don't pull any tricks on me. At any rate...
I am a man of honor. I would never do tricks like that.
But at any rate, though, what is it that you are searching for me for? What is your real purpose in looking for me?
Well, the one thing I question is that how is it that a woman like you was able to steal the heart of our king? And not only that, you're already currently married to someone else. And yet you're able to be, yet you have feelings for another.
What can I say? It's sometimes it happens to people. No matter if they're mortal or immortal. Yes, I was engaged to Knuckles when I first met Raziel. And yes, feelings for him did develop over time for Raziel. Yes, I married Knuckles. Because at the time, I thought that my love for Knuckles was still stronger, but I still have love for Raziel.
Intriguing. To be honest, I thought you married that so-called Knuckles out of pity because he's the last of his kind.
Listen, if I was gonna marry someone out of pity, then it would have been this idiot called Shadow. But no, I would never go near that. I would never go near that simp. But as for Knuckles, no. It was never out of pity in any way, shape, or form.
Ah, it wasn't, I see. Okay. So then, how is it that if you really did love our king, you love Raziel, yes, your feelings are strong, you were able to bring him back from the brink of insanity, which I commend you for, but yet you had opportunity yourself to be with him and leave the one you called Knuckles. What caused you to stay?
Those so-called opportunities. Let's just say, maybe if you haven't heard about any actual emotions, but sometimes crap happens to where you end up backing at the last minute. And then there are also moments where someone gets in the way when you know you have the right opportunity. Like Rouge.exe, for example, or what she dubs herself as Devil Rouge. She had gotten in the way when I had myself an opportunity, but instead, she almost tried to kill me. She tried to hurt Raziel and has awakened his devil form.
For the monster that Raziel is, you can still love a man like that.
Of course.
Very
Not
interesting.
as a treasure hunter, I do know. Not all treasure is silver, gold, and gems.
Although I do commend you for this. But yet you do seem the ideal woman, because I can see the way he looks at you and the way he was with you in the trial. You seem to always bring out the good in him, for we thought the law was long lost.
Mm-hmm. So I guess you have faith in me now. Especially during that time when we met. You've been criticizing me, you've insulted me, all because you called me a commoner. Well, here's a little tidbit.
Indeed I did. Like I said, I'm not used to being outside my world. I'm not used to outsiders. So excuse me if I came out strong. It's just the way I was brought up. I'm a man of honor, and yes, I'm also a man of nobility. I'm not afraid or ashamed to admit it. But yet Raziel seems to care a lot about you, and he's in love with you. Tell me something, I do have an interesting question. If, let's just say that for some reason you were to, I don't know, forget about him. How would you be able to handle that?
What the hell do you mean by that?
Think about it, my dear. The man you are in love with, but yet you're also with your husband. I mean, that cannot bode well for your emotional state. And yet here you are clear as day, admitting that you love Raziel about as much as you love your husband. Loving two men at the same time, that has to be an emotional toll on you.
It can be at times, however. That emotional toll that I had felt a while back was because, again, an opportunity had also been snatched away. 'Cause, let's just say, at that time, well, technically it was the day after, Raziel and I were spending time, and he invited my husband along as well. And let's just say, whenever my husband had to step away, Raziel has been pushing me away. Trying to say he's trying to move forward. But here's an odd thing though. Someone, I'm sure that you and I have already known, went over to Raziel's home here on Mobius and found very cold water on his chair and on the floor, as if it was ice that had been melted. Pretty much, my instincts told me there was a decoy that was right there, because if Raziel wanted to push me away, the last message that he had sent over to me before you hauled him back to your world would have been, "I'm sorry I broke your heart. I hope you can forgive me." Instead, that message was telling me he would that he was continue to love me forever. That he didn't care if I was married or not, that he would wait for me forever if needed. I find that a little strange.
It seems like forever.
It seems
like forever for us is practically is forever, while forever for you is only a certain number of time.
Yeah, but here's the thing though. Here's the thing. If he pushed me away like that, and then all of a sudden sounds contradictory, as well as finding cold water on his seat, something tells me that a decoy was used during that time when my husband and I received the invitation. Oh, and also on top of it too, for that stream, there was supposed to be only one invitation, and that was to be sent to me, not to my husband.
Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What is it you're getting at? Go ahead.
Well, since you do have water and ice powers, I want you to be honest with me. I've been honest with you, so it's your turn. Did you or did you not set up that decoy for that last stream to try and push me away from your king?
Yes, it was I.
Mm-hmm.
The night before I came to this world, I captured Raziel and I took him back and because he was charged with those crimes. Of course, you are well aware what they were.
I am aware.
So yes, I did place one of my ice clones too, replace Raziel. And of course sent the invitation to both you and your husband. Because, for what I see, you're already a married woman. You need to be with the one you married. You made a commitment to the man you're married to. Although I do feel guilty for what I've done. I did not think it was going to push you that far. I did not think the love you have for Raziel was that much. So that I do apologize for, that I did push you to the breaking point that you have. But I was trying to do what's best for my king and the kingdom. Surely you can understand.
I honestly don't know what to say. On one hand, I'm still pretty ticked off what you did. But on the other hand, I know you're trying to do what's best for the kingdom. However, if it was all because of what was going on with Raziel and the crime that he had committed, that's no problem. All I needed was just at least a notice, so that way G1 wouldn't be on high alert and thinking that he's all of a sudden kidnapped. And on top of it too, you didn't have to throw me into that mess. But at the same time, if it wasn't for you guys that were able to capture him and at least keep him in place, so that way I could help him control his devil side and prove my love, and to prove he's not obsessed with me, then he would probably already been dead. He would have been dead if...
Because we would have...
He would have been dead if I wasn't there for him.
We wouldn't have... If you were not able to bring him back from the brink of insanity, we would have no choice but to have killed him. And trust me, I did not want that for my king. However... I was mistaken. You do have a genuine love for Raziel. And I do extend my deepest apologies to you. Who knows, maybe you could become a good queen yourself to the king. But you have made a commitment to your husband, and that he understands, and I know that as well. The way I've been told is that the way you two are together, seeing the light and seeing the warmth on his face again.
Then, that leaves you with two options there. If you really want to be able to see the warmth within your own king, then, I hate to sound a bit brash, but make sure you butt out. Unless Unless this is another crime that he inadvertently committed, or that he involuntarily committed. However,
No.
I get that if he was so brash, then I leave that all up to you if you prefer a king to be brash and ruthless.
No. Like I said, you brought back something that I thought died many years ago. Maybe Lord Gabriel was right. Maybe you two might be destined for each other someday. He is willing to wait. In fact, he was willing to sacrifice everything just to be with you. It still is. He still says that to this day. But he is willing to wait, and he's a very patient man. So I will gladly step aside and let you two. Hopefully your two will become, well, more likely, grow to fruition. I'm pretty sure you have to get ready now. I shall take my leave. And I shall dispel this mist, that way you can contact your comrades.
I won't need to contact any comrades. I plan on taking out Devil Rouge myself. But...
Then I wish you the utmost luck.
But before you leave...
Yes.
I'm sorry that I slapped you. Again, it's out of instinct because I thought you had something in your hand. It's a bit of a habit that I have whenever someone looks like they're hiding something from me. But I do apologize. And I'm glad you're able to at least talk to me like an actual person rather than as a threat.
One more question before I do take my leave.
Go on.
Do you and Raziel have a chance to be together or not? And I want you to answer this honestly before. I want you to think about this before you answer honestly.
If you want an honest answer, my hopes are pretty high for it to happen.
Very well then. I bet your husband will have to keep a lookout then, because Raziel will be waiting in the shadows. Farewell for now, dear Rouge. A pleasure.
Farewell, Mitsuhide.